right. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. My name is Karen Caldwell, and I'm the owner and nutrition coach here at B3 Gym. How would you feel about being 21% more satisfied with your work? Sounds great, right? Well, what if I told you that there's a way to increase the chances of you reaching the goal you have in mind by 400%? And what if I told you the secret to unlocking this potential is 100% free? I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we'll get going on our free virtual nutrition talk for this month. Have our screen here. All right. All right, so welcome to this month's virtual nutrition talk. We're going to discuss how to unlock your best thinking to achieve your health and wellness goals. In our presentation, we're going to dive into the power of positive self-talk and affirmations, as well as strategies to implement them into your day. Let's go ahead and get started. So here at B3 Gym, we believe something as fundamental as nutrition shouldn't be complicated. And this is why we focus on a simple habit-based approach to help you reach your goals, one step at a time. Our nutrition program is backed by Healthy Steps Nutrition, who has helped over 40,000 people all around the world take control of their health. Here are a few incredible success stories from our members here at B3 Gym. We know that while this is simple, it's far from easy. And here's the thing, social media and diet culture will tell you it's all about the food we eat and the beverages we drink. And while that is undoubtedly a big aspect of any health and wellness journey, it misses out on an important piece of the puzzle, your mindset and your motivation, along with the overall holistic approach. Studies have confirmed a link between gratitude and mental health. They found that something as simple as writing letters of gratitude or keeping a gratitude journal improved anxiety, levels of depression, and overall life satisfaction. Further, a study discussed in the book Soundtracks by John Acuff found that affirmations decreased overthinking by 250%, increased productivity, which led to working on average 9 days more in a month towards a goal, increased satisfaction, and increase the likelihood of reaching the goal by 400%. So how does this happen? The rise of self-affirmations that we've seen over the years interested many neuroscientists. This led to research looking to explain the phenomenon. They took MRIs of people's brains when practicing self-affirmation tasks, and they found that there is a physical change in certain neural pathways. In fact, the MRI showed there were increased neural pathways being activated, specifically in the prefrontal cortex of our brain, which is responsible for cognitive functioning that helps us with reasoning, problem solving, comprehension, impulse control, creativity, and even perseverance. An umbrella term for this change in the brain is known as neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to change in both function and structure throughout life. This study looking at the brain was carried out in 2015 and suggests that when people practice positive affirmations and thinking, they are better able to view otherwise threatening information as more self-relevant and valuable. What does this mean, and how can we directly apply this to coaching or achieving health and wellness goals? When we're presented with something that may trigger us, we're less likely to respond and react in a defensive and resistant way. In other words, it makes us more resilient. Imagine running into a barrier or a trigger, and instead of reacting in ways that move you away from your goal, you reflect and follow through with a more beneficial response. Let me give you an example. I had a client whose work would provide pizza every Friday at lunchtime. Pretty common in a workplace. Typically, this would spiral into the all or nothing mindset, where she would overindulge in pizza, which led to later feelings of guilt. The day trailed off with more indulgences that didn't serve her or her goals. We started to use this affirmation: I am not impulsive, the power is in my hands. When she was faced with pizza, she wanted to join in, which we absolutely should in a mindful manner. We discussed saying her affirmation in the morning, before lunch, and after lunch that day. This changed her mindset and motivation. Her next snack was more balanced instead of eating the cookies in the break room, and she went home to have dinner that fueled her body in a way she wanted. Other benefits include decreasing stress, increasing physical behavior, increasing the consumption of more healthful foods such as fruits and vegetables, increased academic achievement, and less time spent ruminating. Let's dive further into that last one, rumination. Practicing affirmations can encourage an optimistic mindset, which can be truly powerful. This leads to less negative thoughts and time spent lingering on negative experiences. So we've talked a lot about the amazing benefits of affirmations, gratitude, and positive self-talk, but what are they exactly? Positive affirmations are simply phrases that affirm or build you up. They may sound like, everything is always working out for me. The food choices I make are consistent with my ultimate goal. I am empowered to create the life I want to live. The food I choose to eat nourishes my body. I trust that I have the capability to achieve my goals. When I look in the mirror, I see a healthy person. Looking at the affirmations listed, you may have found one that you're drawn to, or maybe it sparked interest in your own affirmation. Here are a few things to consider before deciding on the affirmation to start with. First, be sure to set them in the present tense. Remember neuroplasticity? It happens as we face life in real time through various experiences, both positive and negative. This helps us to see that in order to make the change in our brains, we must first believe that it has happened. Let me give you an example. I am getting more confident every day is different from I am confident because I am strong, powerful, and know how to set myself up for success. Next, be sure to focus on only the positive and not the negative. For example, you're at a golf outing and there's water on the right-hand side of the fairway. If you think to yourself, don't go into the water, you're more likely to go into the water. Your subconscious isn't able to quickly recognize the little words such as don't. All it hears is water, go into the water. Next thing you know, you shank it right into the middle of the pond. Let me give you another example. If you constantly tell yourself, I can't eat blank, you're only going to focus on that until you finally grab that forbidden food. Instead, focus only on what you're trying to accomplish. It may sound like, I appreciate how capable I am and keep myself in good health with regular physical activity and a balanced diet. Lastly, be specific. While things like, I am healthy and happy aren't necessarily bad affirmations to start off with, being more specific will better set your brain up to make the necessary changes. Make it personal and specific. Take a moment and choose one of the affirmations to try on for size in your workbook or write your own. I'll pause here to give you a little bit of time. And if you can't come up with one now, take a little bit of time after the presentation to think about what resonates with you. Now that we've chosen an affirmation, let's discuss how to implement it. The studies mentioned in soundtracks found that the most effective way to use the affirmations is to say them 2 times a day, once in the morning and once before bed. They also found that saying them out loud while looking in a mirror was beneficial. If this feels like too big of a jump, what if you tried only doing it a few times a week or just once a day to get started? Find a way to stack this habit onto something you already do. Maybe it's right before you brush your teeth. Remember, it takes 30 days to establish a new habit. The author of The Miracle Morning breaks it down. Days 1 through 10 are unbearable. Days 11 through 20 are uncomfortable. Days 21 through 30, you become unstoppable. You can do hard things. Because consistency is the key to success with positive changes from affirmations, here are 4 tips to help you apply it. Number 1, record them. If they aren't recorded, listen to them on your commute, or if they are recorded, listen to them on your commute or while you're in the shower. Number 2, write them out and place them in your desk or on your desk at work when you're more likely to feel stressed. Number 3, put them on your bathroom mirror to see it first thing in the morning and last thing in the evening. And that's actually one that I do at home. Number 4, create a vision board that highlights your affirmations and put it in a place you'll see it every morning. At this point, you should be intrigued by the power of affirmations and the effect that they can have, and excited to use them this week. But you might also be wondering about other ways to start becoming the best and healthiest version of yourself. To start building your foundation, here are a few important principles that have helped so many people take control of their health, one habit at a time. The first one is going to be to add more whole foods into your diet. Start by choosing more whole food options and less processed foods that are packed with sodium, fat, and sugar. By reshaping your plate with the plate method, that's the easiest way to choose what goes on your plate and how to stick with more whole foods. Make sure you want to get half of your plate non-starchy vegetables, a quarter of your plate lean protein, a quarter of your plate starchy carbohydrates, and a mindful amount of healthy fats. Principle number 2 is going to be focused on balance. And when we say balance, we mean does every meal and snack that you consume throughout the day have a carbohydrate, a protein, and a fat? When we pair each meal and snack with all 3 of these macronutrients, it helps us feel full for longer. Principle number 3 is to limit the amount of added sugar in your diet. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 6 teaspoons for women and 9 for men in a day. Be mindful of many food products that you find in packages, as they can contain lots of extra added sugars. Now let's take some time to answer some of our frequently asked questions. Fueling around your workouts to gain muscle, lose fat, increase energy, or really any health and fitness goal is really important. We want to aim to have healthy carbohydrates and proteins before and after your workout. If you don't put gas in your car, you're not going to expect it to get you anywhere. So we want to make sure that our body isn't running on empty. Vegetables. What if you don't like vegetables? Maybe you just haven't found the right way that you like them. You can try roasting your vegetables. It'll give them a nice crunch. Adding different seasonings to make some flavors that you're excited about. And you can even sneak them into recipes and smoothies as a way to blend them in so you don't even know they're there. Where should you start? We want to start with just one thing at a time. And maybe it's something you already have in mind, or maybe it's one of the things that we talked about today. The best and fastest way to reach your goals is to work one-on-one with a nutrition coach to build an individualized plan just for you. Here's the deal. There's never going to be a perfect time to get started. There's always going to be something that's standing in your way. You have to commit to yourself. You can say it even in the mirror if you have to. It's simple, but it's not easy. And if you're thinking that all of this sounds great, but you don't necessarily know where to start, or you just need someone to help you create a realistic plan and keep you accountable to that plan, we would love to help. So at B3 Gym, we focus on a habit-based approach to create that individualized plan just for you. We work with you to build your nutrition foundation and create a sustainable plan that you can build into your current lifestyle. We know how important support and accountability is when it comes to your long-term goals, which is why we're here to help guide you every step of the way. You can visit our website or email me directly to schedule a free intro session so we can learn more about you and your goals and talk about how we can help you achieve them. We have a nutrition coaching and accountability program for you. This month, we're opening up 5 spots, and here's what it would look like for you. You work with a coach to create your plan. You check in weekly to keep you accountable. We discuss your progress and tweak your plan as we go. So again, contact us if you need help, and we can figure out how to set you up and help you find that success. If you're looking to hear more about how this program can change your life, Nutrition Made Simple podcast is the place to be. There are a ton of episodes with helpful tips on a bunch of different topics related to nutrition and health. We talk about that holistic approach, sleep, hydration, stress management, your support system. All of those things go into your health. So today we talked about the power that affirmations have, such as increasing our overall satisfaction, improving our ability to make better choices, and creating measurable changes in our brain. We also discussed a few tips on how to implement them. Definitely, if you have any questions, please follow up with me. I would be so happy to help you. Thank you so much for joining today. If you do have any questions or you're ready to get started, you can scan the QR code in your workbook or contact us directly to schedule a free intro. Hopefully, I will see you here next month. Get those positive affirmations written and start reading them in the mirror. See ya.